Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Yeah,
And today we're going to be talking about cockscomb flowers.
that's right, cockscomb.
And we're going to be taking a look at Aang's blog post all about his experience trying to grow them.
Yeah, his gardening journey.
Exactly. And, I was reading this post and I was thinking, oh, this is going to be pretty simple, just a couple
Like the
varieties.
classic cockscombs.
Yeah, but it turns out there are a lot more types of cockscomb out there than I realized.
Oh, way more.
Yeah, and Aang actually ended up growing a completely different type than he was expecting.
He did.
He was going for those like plume and crested
Well,
cockscombs.
as you usually see.
Yeah, right. But he ended up with wheat cockscomb.
That's right, wheat cockscomb.
I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah, it's a little less common.
So how did that even happen?
Well, that's part of what makes this deep dive so interesting.
Yeah, we've got a little mystery to solve here.
Exactly. We're going to look at how these different types of cockscomb are unique.
Okay, so like what makes a plume cockscomb different from a crested cockscomb or a wheat cockscomb for that matter?
Exactly. And then we're going to try to figure out what led to Aang's surprise wheat cockscomb situation.
Yeah, he thinks it might have something to do with his cultivation techniques.
Possibly.
Plus, he was dealing with some pretty faded plant labels, so who knows what really happened.
Yeah, that definitely adds to the mystery.
So let's start with the basics.
Okay.
When you say cockscomb, what exactly are we picturing?
Well, most people, when they think of cockscomb, they think of those brightly colored, densely packed flower heads.
The ones that look kind of like a rooster's comb.
Exactly. That's the classic crested cockscomb.
Oh, okay. I've seen those. They almost look like velvety brain corals.
Yes, exactly. That's a great description.
Okay, so that's crested cockscomb. What about plume cockscomb?
So plume cockscombs have these feathery, elongated flower heads,
Oh, okay.
and they kind of sway gracefully in the breeze.
Like a plume of smoke frozen in time.
Exactly. That's the visual you get.
Okay, I can see that. And then there's wheat cockscomb, which honestly sounds like something you'd find in a field, not a flower garden.
Right. It does have a very different look.
So what do those look like?
Well, wheat cockscomb has these slender, drooping flower heads.
Okay.
They kind of resemble wheat stalks.
Huh. I never would have guessed.
They're a bit more understated
Yeah.
than the crested or plume varieties,
Right.
but they have a unique charm.
It's amazing how one flower can have such dramatically different forms.
It really is.
So Aang thinks his gardening methods might have influenced which type of cockscomb he grew.
It's possible.
But he didn't really go into specifics in his blog post.
No, he didn't.
So what kind of techniques could have played a role?
Well, there are a lot of factors that can influence plant growth.
Like what?
Soil composition, sunlight watering frequency.
Even temperature.
Exactly, even temperature.
So cockscomb are pretty sensitive to their environment.
They're incredibly adaptable, which means they can grow in a wide range of conditions.
Oh, I see. So even subtle changes can have an impact.
Precisely.
And that makes sense why Aang ended up with a surprise wheat cockscomb.
Especially with those faded plant labels.
Yeah, who knows what he actually planted to begin with.
It's a real mystery.
It's like the plant had a mind of its own and decided to grow into something completely different.
You could say that.
And it makes you wonder about all the other potential variations that might be out there.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
There's so much we don't know about plants and how they respond to their environment.
It's a whole world waiting to be explored.
Exactly. It is pretty cool to think about all the different variations that might be out there.
Yeah, and speaking of variations, you mentioned earlier that cockscombs are not just ornamental, they're edible too.
Right? You can actually eat them.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And it's not just like a novelty thing.
Okay.
They've been part of cuisines in different parts of the world for centuries.
Huh. I'm picturing myself biting into a rooster's comb, and I'm not sure I'm into that.
Well, you don't eat the whole flower.
Okay, good to know.
It's the leaves and the young flower heads.
So what do they taste like?
They have a slightly spinach-like flavor.
Spinach.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sometimes with a bit of earthiness or pepperiness.
Oh, okay. I see.
It depends on the variety and growing conditions.
So there's a whole culinary dimension to cockscomb.
There is.
That's fascinating. Do you know of any specific dishes that feature cockscomb?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So in parts of Africa and Asia, the leaves are often added to stews and soups.
Oh, okay.
Adds flavor and nutritional value.
Interesting.
In India, there's a popular dish called tutakura kura.
Botakurakura.
Oh, okay. He uses cockscomb greens as a key ingredient.
Huh. I've never heard of that one.
And in some cultures, they batter and fry the young flower heads.
Oh, wow.
It's like a crispy, colorful snack.
That actually sounds pretty good.
It is.
So Aang accidentally growing wheat cockscomb might have been a good thing for his kitchen.
Right, exactly. Wheat cockscomb has a milder, more delicate flavor,
Oh, I see.
so it wouldn't overpower other ingredients.
That makes sense. And remember all those seeds Aang was talking about?
Yeah, 1 gram yields the 1,000 seeds.
He was a little overwhelmed by that.
Yeah, I can understand why.
But I think it's actually pretty cool. You could experiment with different growing techniques.
Right?
Maybe even develop new cultivars with unique flavors.
Yeah, you're thinking.
It's like a whole new world of possibilities opens up.
And think about the seed sharing.
Oh, yeah.
You could trade seeds with other gardeners. Compare notes on cultivation methods.
You could even have potlucks featuring all your cockscomb creations.
Exactly. It's a great way to bring people together.
It's amazing how a simple gardening mix-up can lead to so many different avenues of exploration.
It really is. From the botanical diversity to the culinary potential, it's all connected.
And it reminds us that there's always something new to discover.
Even in our own backyards.
Speaking of which, you mentioned earlier that cockscombs are adaptable.
Right.
And can grow in a variety of conditions.
Right.
But for those of us who might be new to gardening or cockscomb specifically,
Yeah.
what are some basic tips for successful cultivation?
Well, cockscombs love sunlight. They really thrive in those warm, sunny locations.
Makes sense. You always see them in those like bright flower beds.
Yeah, give them at least 6 hours of direct sunlight per day.
Got it. What about soil? Are they picky?
Not really. They prefer well-drained soil,
Okay.
but they're not too fussy about the specific type.
So just regular potting mix would work?
Yeah, a good quality potting mix will usually do the trick.
Okay, good to know. And then what about watering?
So once they're established, they're pretty drought tolerant.
Oh, okay.
But, they still need regular watering, especially during those dry spells.
So just like water deeply when the soil feels dry?
Exactly. That's a good rule of thumb.
Makes sense. And you mentioned earlier that cockscombs are pretty adaptable.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean they can handle different climates?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, they are native to tropical regions,
Right.
but you can grow them successfully in a lot of different climates.
Interesting. So even if you don't live in a tropical paradise, you can still have cockscombs.
Exactly.
That's good news. And what about pests or diseases? Anything we should be on the lookout for?
Yeah, cockscombs are pretty resilient, but they could be susceptible to some common garden pests,
Like what?
like aphids and spider mites.
Okay.
It's really just about keeping a watchful eye and addressing any infestations early on.
Yeah. So if you see something, take care of it right away.
Exactly.
And are there any like go-to solutions for those kinds of pests?
Well, a simple solution of soapy water can often do the trick.
Oh, okay. Like just mix up some soap and water and spray them.
Yeah, exactly. Or, if you prefer, there are organic pest control methods as well.
Good to know. So cockscombs sound like a relatively low maintenance plant,
I would say so, yeah.
perfect for both novice and experienced gardeners.
Absolutely.
I mean, we've covered a lot today.
We have.
The visual appeal, the culinary potential,
Mm.
and even their adaptability.
It's really amazing how much there is to learn about this one flower.
And let's not forget the detail Aang shared about how cultivation techniques can actually influence the flavor.
Oh, right. That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, it opens up a whole new world of experimentation.
Definitely for gardeners and foodies alike.
Exactly. So we started this deep dive with a simple blog post about a gardening mix-up,
Yeah.
and we've uncovered a whole world of botanical wonder.
It just goes to show you that curiosity can lead to some pretty amazing discoveries.
Absolutely. So to wrap things up, would you try growing cockscomb, knowing they're not only beautiful but can be eaten?
I think I would.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to experiment with.
Yeah, and imagine the colors they could add to your garden, the unique flavors they could bring to your table.
I'm already thinking about some recipes.
Yeah, me too. And who knows, maybe you'll even stumble upon your own unexpected variety like Aang did.
That would be amazing.
So until our next deep dive, happy gardening, everybody.
And keep those minds curious.